some time to wrap up so then you all can go out and talk to people. Is that fair?
Sure.
I want you to know, we've already committed to doing more, and we've committed to doing more in both counties, and I would be willing to say probably a lot more counties. The press conference, I'm hoping we will be able to announce some of those. I'm working with some folks outside of Lee County and Naples and Collier County to bring you more. We know this is important, and we want to be able to make sure that you feel comfortable doing what you have to do to get the right people to the right places to fix this problem. So with that, I'm going to ask Carissa to please wrap up and tell us what you thought tonight and what you want people to walk home remembering you for.
So I'd like to thank all of you for coming here again tonight, and it was a great event, especially with all of us. So the most important thing that is the take-home message, again, like everybody else said here tonight, this is a nonpartisan issue. Everybody, doesn't matter what party you stand for. It's really important for us to all, together to make sure that our current legislature and our current elected officials know how we feel about the environment, that this is our livelihood. If you don't have an environment, it affects everybody. It affects our health, the marine life, it affects the economy, it affects the ecosystem, it affects everything around us. I want my child to grow up in the same blue waters that I was raised in. So it's really, really important for us to vote for the candidates that who truly in their heart believe in the environment. We need to bring back the harmful algae bloom task force, which was defunded in the year 2001. These scientists were working hard for us. They were preventing these episodes of horrible toxins from happening. What happened to that task force? Why was it defunded by the government? I'm sorry, I get very passionate. And we also need stricter regulations for these farmlands. Like Anissa said, we need farmers. I'm not saying we need to get rid of them, but we need to put regulations on these pollutants that are coming into our water. We need to train our college students and our other workers if they do not become farmers, or if we need to have them take another job, we need to train them in other natural resources such as solar power plants. So that's the most important thing. Just make sure you vote for someone who's true to their values, and that's all I have to say. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for Cindy and all of our guests, producer water, and the Catholics for water, everybody else for being here. Thank you.
Thank you to Dr. Carissa Tai, because she was instrumental in organizing this event tonight, which I think has been a great success. And Janelle.
Janelle, stand up. Where are you?
Also did much to organize this.
But we'll find her for you.
It is important that we vote for people who truly believe that we should clean up the environment, truly believe in science.
Who are those?
Right?
We will get your information.
But it's important to believe in science, and I think we've come to a place in time where people their priorities are in the wrong place, okay? So development and money and greed has replaced a care for our environment and a trust of scientists to tell us what needs to be done. And the fact is that these are solvable problems. It truly is solvable. Not overnight, no, but if we attack this on every single front that needs to be dealt with, we can solve this problem. Other areas have solved similar issues, and we can do the same. And so take hope in that together we can influence our legislators. We can vote new people into office if that's what needs to happen. We can put pressure on these people whose priorities are not aligned with ours, and we can change things, and we can make this better.
So Jennifer's absolutely right. We can make things better. We have to take the individual responsibility to say this is on our shoulders, right? It's really easy to say, you know, the government this, the government that. We are the government. We vote them in.
Yes,
The government is not some far-off entity. We are the government. We put those people into office and they should be representing us. And if they're not, they can find new jobs. And we can put people in that do represent us. We have to believe in science and understand that there are solutions to the questions that we have. And we can't be using old science. We can't be using old data to try and fix new problems that are getting worse and worse. We have to trust in people like the Waterkeeper and Captains for Clean Water and make sure that what we're doing is making decisions in the best way possible. You want to make an informed decision. That's what scientists want to do too. We want to have the best data available for us. So we have to push to make sure that science and technology and education are funded so that we can continue to have the best data, not only today, but into the future. I am proud to call Florida my home. I want to call it home for as long as I possibly can. I want it to be safe and clean, and I want it to be a healthy environment for all of us. No matter what your political party, I want you to be able to breathe clean air and drink clean water and be able to go to the beach and rely on your environment to support your economy. So we have to do more of these, and we will do more of these. It doesn't end tonight, but tonight I think is a really good start. Meet 4 other people that you don't know.
No, 5.
5. No, tell 5 people that you do know, but meet 4 people that you don't know, and then you carry the 2. No, but meet people. Meet people here tonight that you don't know. Go to the back of the room. If you're up front, go to the back and say hello to 4 new people. Get their information. Get connected. This is how we do things. This is the grassroots level. Okay, we don't have $1 million, but we have this group right here, and we can get connected and make sure that our elected officials listen to us. And that's what this is about, being heard. So thank you very much.
I'll take 2 questions from the audience. You're one.
Along with I agree 1,000%, but is there more we can do? Are there email boxes that we can overload? Are there people that we can...
You can, yes, so here's the deal. When we first started protesting 2 years ago, that's when everybody came out, right? We were sending texts, they weren't looking at them. We were making all kinds of different, now they're counting the texts, they are taking the emails, they are looking at the posts, they get it now, they get it really well. So feel free to overload whatever you can, okay? I would like to say a few words. Casey, where is Casey? Do you want to go before me before I close this up? Or do you?
After is good.
After is good, okay. So, I have been telling people for the last about 9 months, maybe more, but it's become so clear now. This one is the election of our lives.
Yes.
Nobody is allowed to miss it. Nobody is allowed to sit out. We need to have answers. We need to know who is responsible for the answer and getting it done, and then we need to hold them accountable. We need to find the people that are organizing. I've shown you 5 or 6 different people that are organizing. There are parties that are organizing, obviously. There are marches. I know maybe you don't think that marches do anything, but you know what marches do? They make you feel like you're included in getting something done. And let me tell you, they do count. They do count, because there's a whole lot of us in this room that never would have come to this rally 5 years ago. And I would have been here because I like flowers and things, and animals. But I try to make light of things because sometimes I get so overwhelmingly crazy and passionate. What I'm trying to tell you is we have to get people to the polls. You've got to get your neighbors and say, let's have a poll party and we'll all go vote together. If you have the will, you need to be a poll watcher. We need people to get up, get out, and be seen, and then shout it out. And if someone asks you who you're voting for, don't lose a friend, just tell them without rancor who you're voting for. Let them think about who you're voting for, and maybe they'll have the same conversation. And most of all, we have to make sure that our kids are safe. And they aren't safe right now. We make them safe. We do. By who we elect, how we hold them accountable, and how often we contact them. I ask you to join me, that you reach out to your congressman, to your legislative member, to the President of the United States, to whoever you think you want to talk to that day, and the county commissioners, and the city council members, and the education boards. They need to hear from you if you want a number once a month. Whatever day it is, sit down and write or call or text, whatever you have to do. Copy and paste over and over again. Let them know that you care, and never forget your zip code. That's the most important thing to tell them. I can't thank you enough. I want to turn this over to the Executive Director of the Waterkeepers, Calusa Waterkeepers? Did I get that right? And a man that I've had the pleasure of working with for several years, my friend Casey.
Well, folks, I will be quick, but there's a story. I think the first email about this event I saw about 3 weeks ago, and this event was going to be held in a 50-seat room over there. And then a few emails later, they were looking for a room that would seat 100 people. And a few emails later, they said, well, that's not going to do anymore. We need, and Will Brather, who runs this theater, and thank you to Mary. They said, well, let's just do it in the main auditorium. And I really don't see an empty seat. This is kind of an amazing thing to unspool in 3 weeks, and it shows you what can be done when people come together to share information and share like-minded ideas about how we can improve our world, which is what it's all about. Calusa Waterkeeper has been doing yeoman work for decades. Kasani, Gene Gibson, John Capice, so I'm really pleased to join them. There are envelopes on your table. If you have a buck, stick a little donation, because some weeks we don't have money to do the cyanobacteria testing that we want to do every week. Some weeks we don't have the money to do that. If you want to put a check in there for Captains for Clean Water, for the Sierra Club, for Pachamama, we'll make sure they get the check. It's all the same effort. So if you have a moment, kindly do that. And there's a young man who offered a painting. I think his name is Angelo Della Vega. Is he here? Angelo? Yeah? So he's donated a painting that he did. He's a local artist. And this is, from what he described to me before the event, this is Bonita Beach. And this is the way he imagines it when it was beautiful when he was growing up. And this is what it looks like today. The same image, green, red, polluted, dangerous. And this is what he sees coming down the pipe. Come on up. I think I got your first name wrong. Camilo Elevation. So Camilo is donating this. The print alone costs $50. So we would like to see if somebody would want to pay $70 for this. We have $70 from Holly. Talk about the painting for a second.
So it's not actually a painting. This is a picture from Bonita. I'm a drone cinematographer. And this place is very close to me because that's where I take my dog. You know, that's when, when I have all the problems in the world, that's where I go to find peace, to go back to my roots, to kind of find it. And last 4 days ago, I was just riding my motorcycle down, and I didn't saw a single soul on it, and the smell, just, it was just really sad for me because right now, the nature is just paying our falls. The fall, it hasn't got to us yet. Right now, we see all these 4,000 fish dead inside of the island. We see the whales, we see the turtles, we see all these animals dying. And this is a very fragile ecosystem. We know this. You know, it's not like we haven't been taught. And, you know, it's just sad because, you know, we're part of the ecosystem and we're the ones who cause all this. So we need to repair it because, you know, I want my beaches back. I want to be able to take my dog there and have fun and, you know, protect my planet because we all live in it and we should be protecting it too.
And we have a bid of $70. Anybody want to do?
100.
100. There we have $100. 150. 150. Wow. That's spectacular.
200.
200. And he's going to sign it. He's going to sign it and dedicate it to whoever buys it. 200?
250.
Do I hear 250? Do I hear 250? My goodness, we are on a roll. Well, I think we're going to leave it at that. And that's really, really generous of you folks. Thank you so much. Andrew. All right, Andrew got it for $250, and we'll get you together with Camilo and get signed over to you. Really appreciate it. That's fantastic. So thank you, Parisma, Jennifer, Anissa, my friends. Thank you, Cindy, and thank you for your attendance and your interest. And let's keep it moving. Get it going. There's a lot of work to be done.